Right, hello everybody. I've joined a collaboration that Joie De Fi has put together, and there's a few of the people that we all know quite well in the collaboration, which the ones I know of so far are, you know, written down here. So let me. No. Well, firstly, I should actually say, I hope you had a nice Christmas. Sorry, I've done the second part of this video before Christmas. It's really strange because I haven't done any video for, oh gosh, a week, I suppose. And I'm feeling a bit rusty. But the video that comes after this intro will be what I done before Christmas. So I hope you all had a lovely time over Christmas. Made the most of it, hopefully. We did in our household. Ate too much and was very sleepy most of the day, but yeah, I still had a good time though. Right, so yeah, what we're supposed to be talking about is like what we're going to do in 2021. And like I've said before to Joey, I'm not a planner at all. I struggle with planning. That is something because I feel if I plan something and don't do it, I'm letting myself down, and that's why I don't plan. It's the same as New Year's resolutions. I don't make them because I don't like breaking them. And if I do, then I feel, you know, not good about myself. So this all comes from, you know, I'm one of these crafters that I'm quite spontaneous. I get inspired by all different things. It could be a piece of paper, you know, or even a photo. It's anything, and it inspires me, and then I can create, you know. And it's the same as my art journaling. I love drawing faces and painting faces. I do this year want to learn how to paint better flowers, but I do struggle with that, so bear with me on that one. Yeah, so my favourite thing of all is working with things that you would throw away. Yes, I'm a digital designer, and I love making my digitals because, as you know, I'm in the UK and we struggle for decent paper and things like that. Or, okay, you can get them, but they're very expensive. So and that's the whole reason I started creating digitals. Yeah, so anyway, but I still love all the creative side of it, you know, doing up a piece of paper out of nothing and all things like this. So I will be doing more of that because, as you know, I love collage, and I used to do collage years ago as well. I find it very therapeutic. So I'll be doing, you know, more of that, I suppose. I'm going to try, you know, and get more videos out. I will say 3 a week at the most, really. I have a family, and I have a certain member of my family that needs a little bit more support, even though they're coming up for 18, but they've gone through a pretty rough time, and still going through a very rough time. So I have to be there occasionally, and we have to do things together as a distraction. Yeah, so, you know, if you don't see me, it's not because I don't want to do a video or I'm not thinking of you all. I am, you know, but my family must come first. Because my studio is well away from my house, I can't just, it's only literally like 15 feet away. But I still have to go in my studio, and, you know, and sometimes I'm needed in the house. I need to be around. Yeah, because we do a lot of cooking together and things like that for distractions. So yeah, I created this out of just a brown paper. One of my favourite things is brown paper. Okay, which you'll see in the next bit of the video. So I started right at the beginning. Was going to be a bag, and it ended up as a cover or a topper for a cover, because I liked it that much and I wanted this flower on it. So I thought, yep, that will be all right for a cover of a journal later on, which I will do a journal, but not yet, because I'm going into, I want to make a winter journal. I've got some bits to use up, so I want to do that. I've put all my Christmas stuff away now, and I've got all my winter stuff, so that's what I'll be doing next. Really sure I was going to do a little bit of gluing and sticking while I was talking, but I think I've talked enough. So anyway, I'm really looking forward to this collaboration. I think it's a bit of fun. It's, you know, like I say, it's talking about what they're hoping to do in 2021. Like I said, I don't do that, but I still wanted to take part because it's an absolutely wonderful community and I love it, and I love being part of it. It's absolutely amazing. You all are amazing, I will say, and looking forward to watching everybody else's videos on what they create, and it's fun. I will put all their links down below. There might be more than this by the time, you know, we go live, and if there is, there'll be extra names on in the description box below. Okay, well, that's enough waffling, Andrea. And I hope you enjoy the video, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye. Right, let's get on with the project then. So, in what I'm going to do on this collaboration, couldn't even speak, is, well, because it's sort of like what we really like doing, and my favourite thing of all is doing up stuff, you know, like recycle. The stuff that we would most probably throw away and things like that. I mean, I am quite passionate about that. I love doing it. Because, you know, I've done the junk in the trunk and everything, didn't I? And I still want to go ahead with that, but it's just time consuming, you know, and I have other things I've got to do. So you have to excuse me, you know, they'll be every now and again. Yeah, so it's really strange filming this because I'm doing this before Christmas, but I don't think you're going to see it until after. So I'm hoping you all had a lovely Christmas and, you know, and good wishes to you all, of course. So anyway, get on with this. I have like a food delivery every week, and it's called Hello Fresh in the UK. And it all comes in bags. It's all the ingredients and everything to make meals. Wish I'd done it years ago. I absolutely love it. I can't speak highly enough of it. Really, it's just all the meals are all not prepared. You have to do all the cooking, but you get everything to cook that meal except water and oil. And it's great. It's all the herbs and spices, and you know, yeah, love it. Right, okay. So what I'm going to do is make a bag. I know, yeah, been done many times before, but I'm going to make them out of this. Okay, so I cut them down. I think I can get about 4 bags up there. Yeah, I cut them down to like this one. I'm going to gesso mine because I like the feel of it, but you do not have to do this because it's going to be covered. But I just like it because it adds a bit of strength to the paper. And again, this is only a bit of like brain paper bag, really. That's all that is. So I will be gessoing them. I will tell you the size, because I'm going to extend a little bit with a bit of a top. So here's 4.5 by 7. Okay, so we know they're going to fit in most journals except for a TN, which you're going to have to stay about 4 inches or 4.25 at most. Right, so I'm going to gesso first. Then I have got some paper, just craft paper. It's quite thin. So I cut a few strips of the, you know, with the Martha Stewart, but I think there's other versions of this out now, but this one's not very sharp now. It needs to be taken through foil just to help sort of get it moving. I haven't used it for years, so it's a little bit iffy. That's why I couldn't punch out this paper. I just didn't like it at all, but it was okay with this. And all I done was, which I'll show you, is inked it up and aged it a bit and crinkled it. This was just white paper, and I coffee stained it and then inked it, and that's taken really well too. Yeah, so I liked that, but I'll do that. Oh, this is drying. Okay, I'm doing sort of, I most probably, I only show you one, but I'm preparing 4, because that's the sort of thing I do. I haven't got a palette here at the moment, so that's all right. I shall just get my brayer. I wanted my little one because I find that handier. But that's the one. Oh, it's right in front of me here. So I'm just worrying really on sort of outside. I'm just gonna rub a bit on and then brayer it. Oh, let's open it out. Silly me. Yeah, there's a few of us that are doing this collab together, so it's been a bit of fun. So I will know the names before I do this, because what I'll do, I'm doing this, and then I'll do a little bit before the video, so you would have seen that on who's in the collaboration, because I'm not quite sure. I just wanted to get this out of the way, because or else I'll be worrying about it all over Christmas, and I just thought if I do it and then that's done. I'm not one for doing videos ahead of time, to be honest. Reason being that I tend to go through everything and delete stuff, and then I'll delete it. So that's why I don't know why I didn't just put it on there, really. So things like this is where you can practice your gesso technique without worrying. Because you're going to cover it over, but it gets you used to what gesso does and how it reacts to what you do with it. So it's a great way of just practicing away without any worries, because it's going to be covered up. Okay, I'll do this. All I've done with this one is just inked it up, so I'm going to work on something for a minute. As you know, I sometimes work on things that I can later use. So I've got this one here, so I could do with a bit of ink on that one. Just some thick card from the scrap store, so nothing spectacular. Anything will do. Don't need all this. I'll just put a bit on the back as well, just to it won't dry properly on this because it's shiny. So make a good stencil, look. That'd look quite nice on a page, coffee stain paper. See, now I'm thinking, now why haven't I used that before? as a stencil. They're all they're done. They're fine. Oh, what I done next is, well, it's sort of still a bit damp. You can just, it's not damp, but you know what I mean, because it's been inked up. And you can do that. Okay, just to rough it up a bit, really. Okay, I haven't done this. This is still a bit sort of dampish, this one. Paper, this is. It's about 120, that was. I think it's just computer paper, you know what I mean. But 120 GSM. Okay, and then that looks a little bit older, doesn't it? There's the 3 I've done. Okay, the bag. Let's go and get that. And there's all the bits all left over from different things. Yeah, except I've got the Tim Holtz thing there though. I've got a little bit of that. Just bits that are hanging around in my scrap box, but you know, these aren't, don't get me wrong, these aren't scrap, but they would just, that's what I'm going to incorporate. I mean, you can use any picture or any image you like. It's just that I tend to use my kit pictures from my kit because that's what I've got, so that's why I use them. Okay, these are all nice and dry, so I've chosen one of them. Okay, so I'll glue it down, but I will be stitching around mine. So I'm wondering, actually, I might do it open, and then if I want to stitch, no I won't. I'm gonna do it like this. I haven't inked up at all, but you know what I mean. I'm going to ink all around this one on the outside. See what it does, how it picks up on that gesso lighter than the rest, and that's why I like gesso, what it does. Okay, that is fine. Right, the first thing I'm going to do is stick the top on, which is there. Okay, because I'm going to cover this, so that is going to go there. Yep. Okay, that's fine, because most of my journals are 8, so you just got to make sure you're aware of what size journal it may be going in. Cut that off. Just need to let that dry a little bit. Okay, while that's drying, with that acetate in there, I'm going to have a look at what I've got for collage, which I've got loads of bits here. So I think I'm going to go for actually that sort of thing, I think. Okay, I'll give that a dry. Okay, that's all nice and dry, and I'm feeling it's a bit too long, so I'm going to cut maybe 3/4 of an inch off there. Okay, because I'll have these bits of paper, scrapbooking paper, and yeah, I just think that's about right. Okay, so I'm going to cut the bottom off, and I'm going to gesso now over that, and gesso over this, just so that, you know, that's what I do. I cover it up, I do it again. I think that's about right. Okay, yes, I'm chucking that away. And just re-ink around there. Let me have a look. Yeah, that feels better to me because of putting the top on. I think it made it too long and narrow for me. Gesso. Okay, I don't want very much, so what I'm going to do, I'll show you a little technique I do when I don't want very much gesso on. Okay, sometimes I will scrunch this up, okay, apply gesso and then put it on. Or I thought, who did I say? Oh, I know, Seth Apter. He used like textured wallpaper. Okay, and he paints it on, and I thought, oh, that's a great idea. Okay, yeah, so I thought that was an absolutely brilliant idea, so I'm just going to put a bit on here. And just make sure it's quite evenly distributed. That. Okay, always do a test piece first. Yeah, so just get a bit of paper and think, you know, you might not like it. How cool is that? Yeah. So there you go. And I'm only going to go around the edges because definitely covering, you know, all the middle, as they say. That is fine. And a bit of that. See if we can get a bit on there as well. Ooh, a bit. There you go. That will do. And that only gets a little bit on. Okay, lovely. So that's great. I'll keep that. So depending on the what the piece of paper, you know, the wallpaper's like, is what sort of pattern you get. But just always do a little test print, you know, and see if you like it. If you don't, then, you know, that's it, isn't it? I'm going to scrunch up the edges of that. That's a little bit too neat for me. Put that away. And I'm going to stitch around this, I think. You do this with scissors, really. Oh, I think they're all blunt now anyway. To sort of age it quite a bit. Okay. Great. Right, I'm going to go and stitch around that in black. That's drying nicely. Yeah, that's great. Okay, and I stitched a bit of lace on there. Okay, that's all nice and dry now. I've been doing that. Hands, I love it. Oh, just so. And that's going to go sort of on there. I'll glue that down. Yeah, it got a bit cold in here, so I had to put my grubby top on that I keep in here. Right. I am going to put a bit of stuff underneath. So put that there. I'm not going to stick that down totally yet. That there, I think. I was going to put that underneath too. See? Bit of lace underneath. Bit of this. First of all, I'll put that there. I think that goes about there. And this can go here. Okay, and I've got, what have I got? I've got this tag that I need to stitch around. This is going to go there. I'm going to have a butterfly sort of there. Something sticking out here. And a bit of that there. And then maybe some flowers down here or up there. I'm not sure yet. But I'm going to put a hole in this. I'm going to stitch around it. All linked up, ready. Don't need to do the back. So I'm going to do that. Okay, and while I stitch around that, I also stitch around my 3 sides of that envelope there. Okay, so that's all nicely done now. Right, let's have a look. So we need that. That's it. Just want to make sure there's no gap there, so that's fine. And now we can glue the back of all that. I just put a bit of sari silk in the top there. I'm just wondering whether to put a little bit of vellum on the back of that, just to give it a bit more. Yeah, I think I quite like that. So, okay, so we've got a secret pocket. Right, while that's drying, I'm going to sort this out. Yeah. See, I'd have thought about it first. Been a lot easier. So let's do that, and then make sure there's no blobs. I think because there's a break in the flower there, I just felt as though that wasn't going to be stable enough, but it's okay now. So I'll just trim that bit there. That's okay, because this you won't see anyway. So just that's it. Right, let's see if we can find some flowers. It's my flat roses. That's miles too big. Miles too big. I doubt if I got any dinks. I mean, they're nice, aren't they? But don't like those in there. I take them out and put something else in. Though I do that. Still all too big. I had a couple of those. That would be nice. Looks like I've got to make some more. Oh, another one. Yep. Cut that off a bit. It's a bit lumpy, but that's why I haven't used it. Got another one as well. A few leaves or something. I mean, oh my gosh. If that was just smaller, that would have been lovely. There's a leaf there. One there. Now that's sitting in there nicely. No, it's definitely that one. That sits there beautifully too, really flat. That's great. Okay. Got some more leaves. don't know why they're doing in here. Go in there because they're paper ones. Shouldn't be in here. But never know what I was thinking that day. Oh, that was quite nice too, but it's the wrong colour. But that's nice. That sits there nicely too. Yeah, it's just too lumpy. That's not too bad. Right. Okay. Right. I was just thinking, how could I cut up that beautiful doily for oh gosh, look, flower. That was really bad. Gosh. Yeah, just, it's good, but I don't want that on there. Need to have something flatter. Okay, like that on there. I'm going to stitch that on. It's got a hole there and a hole there, so I'm just going to go in and stitch that on. Okay, I just put a couple of stitches and sewn that on. Okay, it's just like a copper dome type thing. It's like a sequin, but it's copper. I think this has come off a pair of shorts, actually. I had to find a pair of shorts at a thrift, well, not a thrift shop, a second-hand charity shop, and it was covered in all these little beads, and I thought, oh my gosh, they're nice. I have no idea where I've put them though, I must say. Right, so that flower is done. So, and I also had this, and I'm thinking I might use that as well. Okay, underneath there, and go like this. Then I have one of these. This is a freebie on my website. I've got a page full of them. That's going to go there. Then I'm going to put some up here as well, which I've got a few bits that I think might work. So it's actually looking like it could be a cover. I could turn it into a cover now. Yeah, I think because I used the big flower and it really does look nice there, so I want to carry on. So I'll just put a little bit on there, not much. Just put a bit more in the middle. There you go. Right, let's have a look. That's fine. Just going to come down a little bit. I hope I'm in frame. Just check a minute. Oh yeah. Okay, so that's all right there. I just mounted this onto cards, printed out on paper, mounted it on card, and then cut around it. Okay, that's fine. And what I thought I'd do up here is use that bit of a snippet that I had, which I really like that little bit. I've inked around this. I think I'm gonna, and then I'm gonna incorporate a little bit of green. So we've got green, green, green. So it might be nice to put a little bit of green up there. have a bit of that on there. I think that's about right there. Let's have a look. So we'll touch that. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and we could have a little button. Actually, a little button up there would be nice. Right, let's have a look. I've just got to find one. I haven't got any of my buttons out. Hold on a minute. Right, I found my buttons. And I've got loads of other ones, but I've got some in the pots near me. I found a few other little bits and pieces. And I also found this, which is like a vintage necklace, which I'm going to be using that because I'm just working on a kit at the moment with sort of purples and lilacs in. So that was quite interesting. Most probably it's already out by the time you've seen this video. So yeah, and I also found the ring I made. It was about 5 or 6 years ago. Yeah, I used to make them and I thought, oh my gosh, I was quite neat. I don't think I could do that now because I can't see very well. I need new glasses, I think. I thought, oh, I was actually quite neat at that. I used to love wrapping wire and everything. So, yeah, they irritate me. I can't wear. That's why I don't wear a wedding ring. I'm actually allergic to gold. I think I've said that before in another video. But I am legally married. Right, okay. I quite fancy one of these, actually. I might put that there as well. And the button I chose was like a shell button. I just threaded it with a bit of cotton, just tied a knot. It's quite delicate, and that's going to go there. And while I was looking for that, I found something else which I'm going to show you in a minute once this is finished. How my train of thought leads to other things. Should I put that on there? Just by searching for something else, I come across things and oops, and how things progress into something totally different. Oh dear. Okay, and that can go there. It's a nice shell button, so you might not be able to see it, but it is. Okay, and then a bit on here. Okay, that will be all right. And while that's drying, I'll show you what I mean. Okay, because I've got a sort of some papers that has been left over, Christmas papers, and I was looking at the colour tones in that. Okay, I haven't made this into a journal. It's just that when I see a load of papers, I just put them together. Do you know what I mean? I might not even do anything with them, but I just sort of, this was all bits that were left over from, you know, my Christmas and everything. So I just bung them together. Yeah, and I just thought how nice that was all looking, which sometimes I make a journal out of it. So I just thought how nice that was looking. Right, but I won't have time this year. And then I was looking at that, looking what I'd done. And again, that could be a topper for a front of a journal, no problem at all, and a bit of lace, say, good there, or even a bit of ruche lace somewhere. And then we still got a pocket under here. I mean, you don't need to use this as a pocket, but if you want to tuck something in to come out here, you can, because that can go down there. And again, that's another layer which will look good. So that straight away is made into really nice topper for a journal cover. You know, we could definitely, really like it. This matches that, and this was not planned, I can assure you, not at all. But it's working. I don't know what it looks like on screen, but it's working for me here. I like that. Yeah, and you imagine that full of coffee stain papers and different things. So I might go ahead actually and do that, or just keep it together. And then I'm just wondering if to come in a little bit, yeah, because it's quite wide. Okay, I'm going to. Let's do it. So I only need one side of that. Okay, so I've cut that off now, yeah, and didn't want to waste all that, so, because that's most probably going to be put on a cover. But what have I done? The size of that is 5.5 by 8. Yeah, that's my usual size. My cover as well, it's usually 6 by the time, you know, your cover and everything. Or 5 3/4, something like that. But I'm liking that, and that it's just got to go there, hasn't it? It really has. And this was going to be something totally different. Christmas journal. Does that? Yeah, we're all right. Yeah, not too Christmassy there. It's not. I didn't know whether it was holly, but it's not. And oh, please, I had no idea where this come from. Okay, it was a job lot of papers I got once from someone. Just glue that on. I think I know exactly what journal I'm going to make out of that too already. Was it Vintage Days? Because I really like that one. I think this is going to go really nicely with that kit. So not yet for a bit, because I'm doing working with the winter one after this. Okay, now you can, I'm going to glue mine on, okay, but I'm going to not glue that bit down because I have got a pocket there if I want to poke something out, which again I think make it look quite good. So I might make something to go in there as well, just something plain for now. Personally, I would stitch this again, okay, but I'm going to glue it down, and then I am going to stitch, you know, just along there and along here. Okay, and down. I think I can get the machine down here again. Okay, but I won't do this bit here. Yeah. So there's my pocket, you see. Oh, I've got to sort my machine out too. I think it needs a new needle, to be honest. Tension's up the Swanee and I haven't moved it, so it's good clean and a service. Well, I've got 3. So I'm all right. Got the old vintage 99k one, you know, the singer. And then I've got genome. I've got 2 genomes, another 2, old one from a car boot, but goes through, just I'd beat it up really. Goes through what I can make it go through. And then the other one, I am a little bit more careful with it because it's quite nice. Then I've got an embroidery one as well, but I don't count that because that's in my house. I thought in the new year, I am going to allocate 1 day a week to work with my machine because I'm not making use of it and I love it and I just need to do more. 1 day a week for my embroidery machine, 1 day a week for my scan and cut, and maybe share some files or do something, you know, make something up from that. Try and incorporate that more into my junk journals. It's something different. And I like all the bits of cotton and everything. Okay. Right, so I'll just go and stitch that on. And I'll see you in a minute. Okay, sorry, that's a tag to go to the front, but that's all done. Okay, I'll stitch around that, and this will go on top of a journal. I'll just show you. Okay, it does fit. I've got it's the wrong color, of course, but this is one that I done, I don't know, last year. So I was going to do a bee journal, never got around to it. So I need to make some more of these. I usually make loads up and then just cover them with different things and work from there. So that fits my journal size nicely. I wanted to glue that on. Here we go. It'd be a lot lighter. I would do sort of a creamy back or something with that. But that fits on there quite nicely, except for maybe to come up a bit. I would just glue that on there. Yeah, I make the load of journals up with the kitchen roll, or paper towel rolls, the inserts, you know. There's a tutorial on that as well. But yeah, that fits beautifully. This is a better colour. It's not the right colour, but there we go. And this is the tag, which I'm going to do up, and that sits in there. I'll get my finger in the way. Okay. I'll do that up now, and that'll sit in the top there. I think that's made quite a nice topper. Right, let's put that away. Let's do this. I am going to keep it to very flat. Okay, this is what I've got. This is just I have a book page. Yeah, a bit of vellum. So I like my vellum. It's not embossed, this one. I could emboss it actually. Yeah, I think I'm going to go emboss that just for an added texture. Okay, I used that one. The Alterations Tim Holtz one. Okay, it's only a small one and I only had a small piece, so that fit in there. Lovely. Okay. I'm going to ink up the edges of this because it's quite straight, but because the vellum's over the top of it, it won't matter. I love this bit down here, that root bit. See, I don't want to ink too much because I don't want it too dark. So loving that. Right. Just rip that a bit more. Okay. I think I'll do that for quickness. I'll be stitching around mine, so this one's quite a good one actually. But yeah, when I used to make mini albums, I never used to use a glue stick because they used to fall apart. Yeah, within a few weeks. Oh, miles out there. And also, when I used to make cards, I used to always batch do them and then display them on the mantelpiece, you know, by the fire there. And then I would never ever bag them up or anything until they'd been up there for about a week to make sure no bits fell off. Because you can't have your bits falling off. Oh dear. I'm gonna come down a bit, I think. And that's a little bit straight for me. And if you wasn't stitching this, you'd glue down where that picture is here. Yeah, like I say, I'm only putting a bit of that on because I'm stitching around mine, but you would glue it properly under there. That's that. Oh, got this on, haven't we? Got to put, shall we? Yeah. Okay. I don't want to stitch over the writing, so I'm gonna stitch around that and stitch around the whole tag and then ink up the edges, and I will be back. Here we go. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bit of stamping now with this one here that was gifted to me. Thank you very much. Yep, and I've chosen like the postal one, and that just fits along there quite nicely, so that cover up my straight edge there. I'm going to do this in black. Okay, this I'm using this one because there's nothing going over the top, so, and I do like this VersaFine one. They're very good with detailed stamps. I am going to just stamp that off, okay, just in case. So these are brand new, so okay, it's perfect. Make sure it's the right way up. So I usually get black. I get black. Okay, usually have to bend forward for this. There we go. That's great. Right, what else should we have? I might just, let's have a look. Oh, that one now. I think that's going to go fine. I don't mind this one if it doesn't, you know, if it's, doesn't all take. I'm going to go there. Now I've got to put a, like that. And a little circle. I know they've got the big one there, but I don't want that one. I'll tell you what, let's have that there. A bit silly doing it on there really, but Okay. That will be fine. Right, I do want something here. Well, I need cleaning, but I want it lighter. Let's see what we got here. Potting soil and a little bit of text, I think. Okay. Use a bit of this one, I think. Coffee. Oops. There we go. That's all I wanted, just to fill in that area there. Okay. I'll just clean my stamps up, clear the area. I'll put a grommet in. So that's quite nice. I'll keep that. Okay. Okay. I'll put the grommet in, and I use one of these tea stained charmy things, the metal rim things. These are ancient. I've had them a long time. My sister had a load, I had a load, and she actually tea stained a load, and I thought, oh my gosh, I'll use those because I really like them. So they work really well, tea staining. And nearly forgot this bit of paper, didn't I? Okay, like that. You could put some more stuff on the top, but I'm not going to, because I thought I'd already got that tag in here anyway with that on, and it really depends what happens once I've got it on the front of a journal. So you could either tuck that away. That one have to come out there. That could go away, and that could hang over like that, or you could have both. Just use this for quickness. Nice embossed angle would have been nice, but that's still okay. Still like it. Okay, well that's it, I think. And now we've got a cover or a topper, a journal. Okay, that is, you know, I must admit, one of my favourite things. I used to make a lot of toppers, and they do come in handy all the time, and I pre-do them. I think I've got one I've done before. Hold on a minute. There's the other one. Okay, that was, I've done a load of them a couple of years ago. There's a video on that as well, how to make those. Yeah. And that's that one today. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching. I'll most probably have something more to, sorry, I'm picking up things, more to say in a minute, okay, about the video and that, because I'm not sure what's happening. So I'll either have a bit at the beginning explaining what's happening, or a bit at the end. But if I don't, then thank you very much for watching, and please, you know, I'm going to link all the videos below, that all of us that are taking part in it. Not sure of all the names yet, so I can't give you that information, but we'll be able to once I know, after Christmas. Okay, well, thank you very much then, and I'll speak to you all soon. Take care. Bye.